Thank you for tuning in to the 2025 World Crokinole Championship quarterfinal round. In this matchup, we have Jason Beierling, the Scenic City champion, the London champion, and in contention to win the NCAA Tour. To do that, he'll need to make it to the finals, but first, he has to beat his opponent at the board today, which is Shawn Hagarty, who we've seen at the top of the pools many times. He plays second at the Ontario Doubles Championship 2024 and top 4 in the London Crokinole Tourney back in March. These players, I believe, at the London Tourney faced off in the semifinal round. Beierling taking the victory there. We will see how these players do in their rematch as Beierling opens up with a 20. Hagarty with the hammer, but going long on his first shot. Beierling trying to roll away, but bouncing off the post. Almost got a 20 there. Seems like Hagarty's taking a pause for the announcer before he focuses back up, looking to convert a 20 here with this nice backboard setup. And he gets it. Doesn't get the off, though. That could be costly, but Beierling unable to convert, leaving a backboard up the other way for Hagarty here. And he drains that. Beierling again coming up short, heavy hanger this time. Hagarty unable to convert. We will see what Jason does here. Nice 20. Nice little follow through, tied in the cup. Hagarty hitting and sticking, tied in the cup. Slight advantage to him, so Beierling will be looking to get in. Hagarty more than content to hit and stick on the outside here. Beierling getting behind the post. Hagarty unfazed. Final shot now. It's get in or get behind. I don't think that's well enough hidden. Hagarty takes the first 2 points of the first game. Again, these matches are best 2 of 3 games, each game being a race to 5 points. And Hagarty first on the scoreboard. See that nice slight follow through from Beierling. Not quite enough though. Hagarty to open up the second round of the first game. Scoring that open 20, and Beierling finds his range. Hagarty, for a while, was in the running. I think he's still trying to do it, getting the most consecutive 20s. He's somewhere in the mid-80s, I believe, so a very proficient 20 shooter. Hagarty playing against the hammer, up at 20 right now. But Beierling, makes that small mistake hurt. Hagarty forced to peel. Slight advantage to Beierling right now if he can drain this open 20, which he does. Hagarty will be looking for a mistake out of his opponent if he wants to get back in this round. A mistake like that. Hagarty's opening is right here. We're down to 5 more shots. 4 more shots, 2 for each player. And we'll see if anybody misses before the end. A miss out of Beierling. Comes down to this final shot. Beierling needs the off and the 20, and he gets it. That is a tie round. Beierling now on the scoreboard. Want to see this final 20, this do or die. To do that kind of shot, especially when it comes down to it, that's awesome. Jason Beierling is the co-founder of Crokinole Depot alongside his brother Ray. That company's done a lot for the Crokinole community over the years. If you want to learn more about them, check them out. I have the link in the description below. Hagarty with the hammer in this round. If Hagarty's able to win this round, he will win the first game, as that would put him at the 5-point goalpost for these games. Beierling, though, 2 pieces on the board. This probably not the best situation for him. There's a chance that Hagarty could start rolling things up. So Beierling wants to do that work first to get play in the middle in a way that's advantageous for him. But maybe looking for a better opportunity. That was the chance there, and he went for it, but didn't catch that post the way he wanted to. Now down to 1 button on the board. Beierling trying to get in, catches a post again. Hagarty just nudges that. I thought that was going to be an invalid shot, but it just got there. Didn't get the off, which might work in Hagarty's favor. If those buttons stay close together, Hagarty could be looking at getting a double sometime in his final 2 shots. Beierling trying to get in. Still unable. Those posts are awfully in his way, and there's a double Hagarty needed. Jason needs another miracle shot to stay in this round. I think the angle in is there, but again, coming in from that 5-10 line can be difficult. And the way Beierling's looking at it, I'm not convinced he loves it. We'll see what he's able to do. Oh, just a little bit off. And with this takeout, Hagarty takes the first game. Again, this is best 2 of 3. Hagarty now up. Players switch sides of the table. And Hagarty will be the first to shoot in the second game. Players getting reset, getting comfortable in their new spots. As always, as it is at the World Championship, players get a few practice shots before they go into their second and third games, as you normally would before a tournament match. Looks like the players are near settled in. In the background, you can see Jeremy Tracey, Devin Fortino. That's one of the other quarterfinal matches. And past them, Hutchinson and Connor Reinman. Both those matches are out now if you want to check them out. Most certainly worth it. Hagarty up at 20, but rolls a little bit too far away. Beierling unable to capitalize, though. Comes up short. I think Hagarty wanted the drop back 20 there. Not quite able to convert, though. And Beierling now with 2 pieces on the board. Total of 20 points, canceling out that. But Hagarty with a nice off and a 20. Beierling now finding his range, but a bit of pressure. Down in the 20s cup. Only 1 piece on the board. He'll need to either get a mistake out of Hagarty or get a really nice 20, but it seems so posts are still getting in his way. Having a tough time getting in. Hagarty doing a great job blocking up the laneways. Beierling, I think he wanted a hide there, but he doesn't really get behind. Hagarty does lose his shooter. Also gets the off, though. Play firmly on the inside. Could be Beierling's opportunity. He gets a 20. Very nice. But Hagarty drains that there. Beierling needs an off and a 20 to tie this round. And in such a tricky spot. Looks like he's going to try to come from the outside to angle in. Almost got it, but not enough. Hagarty takes the first 2 points of the second game. Yeah, and Beierling has his back on the ropes here. Because he needs to win 2 games in a row now to move on to the semi-final round. But Beierling opening the second round strong with a 20. Hagarty following suit, and we are off to the races. Three for 3, now in the cup, almost halfway through the shots. That one just slips in for Beierling. And Hagarty goes a little bit long on his 4th shot, and a nice follow-through from Jason. My, oh my, and Hagarty. An invalid shot. That could be costly, but Beierling lips out on that next attempt. Backboard chance for Hagarty here. Nice 20 there. Not out of the woods yet. He needs a mistake like that out of Beierling. Another heavy hanger for Hagarty. This could be his way back in. Doesn't get it. If Beierling drains this, he will guarantee 2 points, and he does his first 1 round of this quarterfinal match. Beierling now on the scoreboard, tied up 2-2. Some great shots. That first follow through, that was fantastic. Not enough though, and Beierling sealed it with this final shot. This video coverage is provided to you by Tracey Boards, the official board builders for the World Crokinole Championships. To learn more, to buy your own board, go to traceyboards.com. The link is in the description below. Hagarty now up in the 20s and rolling out. Beierling bringing it right back in. Nice shot. Hagarty doing a good job. Very good job on the defense. I was talking before about his open 20s game. Mid-80s and consecutive 20s sitting at a board. But I mean, he's also really, really strong in this defensive game. Like we see from many of the top players here. Getting that off. And making sure not to come too close to the center. Beierling trying to pull play back, and he gets what he needs out of Hagarty. A backboard here to tie it up in the 20s cup. Beierling needs to hit this. Oh! He gets the off, but just lips out. Hagarty most certainly to roll away now. Yeah, that's a beauty roll away right there. Leaving Beierling with next to no options to get in. Yeah, he catches a post. Hagarty pretty much confirms it there. Beierling unable to get in. Hagarty bringing the score 4-2, 1 point away from winning the second game, and in turn, this quarterfinal match to go on to the semi-final round. Seeing a lot of defensive shots from Hagarty there. We're going into what could be the final round of this match. Hagarty with hammer. Both players opening up with 20s. This could be the final 7 shots we see from each of these players before the next round. Beierling too strong on that shot. Powers through to Hagarty's side of the 15. Hagarty doesn't get the off. Still comfortable here, though. Hagarty's working with the hammer. Beierling wanted a touch 20, didn't get it. Leaving Hagarty in an interesting position, though. He can't leave that in the center because Beierling would be able to get up in the 20s, most probably. So punches that through. Very nice. He lost his own button in the process, but took away an easy 20 opportunity for Beierling, but it doesn't matter. Beierling doesn't need an opportunity. He just needs it in, and he drained that. Very nice. Hagarty still with 2 pieces on the board, worth 25 points total. Beierling doesn't get the 20. Hagarty ties up the cup. That black piece hit him behind. Beierling needs to peel. It's a bad situation to be in right now, but there's no way he's pulling that back. You see him thinking, you know he's in a tough spot. Oh! That just about seals it. Hagarty with a valid shot wins this quarterfinal match. After winning that round, Shawn Hagarty will be moving on to the semifinal round to play against the winner of Eric Mammon versus Justin Slater. That is the next match to be coming out. Congratulations again to both these players for a well-fought battle, but Hagarty is the one moving on to the semifinals, guaranteed to be within at least the top 4. So stay tuned as we see the final quarterfinal match between Eric Mammon from the Greater Boston Crokinole Club versus the legendary Justin Slater, 5-time World Crokinole Champion. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Garrett, and as always, happy flicking.